Hi all and welcome back to my Let's Play of Morrowind, where we are continuing to be playing from a different place than my normal. So again, excuses I know, but that is the reason for any change in audio. I want to try and get my sort of head around where we are and what this place is, because this is Wolverine Hall, but we wanted to be in Sadrith Mora, so I do want to try and find my way out of here if possible. There seem to be all the guilds in here, but I'm not quite sure what else. I did do a bit of walking around off camera, just simply because I needed to take a couple of screenshots for the thumbnail of the last video. Yeah, I've been I'm not 100% sure my way around here. God, this just goes on forever. Really can't find where I'm meant to be going. I've been really looking forward to playing some Morrowind. Because of recording in different circumstances, I'm trying to get it all done in batches, which is what I normally do. But the difference being this time... Okay, yeah, see, that's where I want to be, not up here. Difference being this time is just finding a space to be able to do it sort of thing. Whereas normally, you know, living in my own flat, I can just come and go as I please. Do you know what? Sod if there's fall damage. Oh, I like this place. Going back through watching some previous videos just to try and get my head to where we're at with all this. And coming to realise that basically every new place I go to I'm like, ooh, new place, new place. These doors are cool. It's not even just like the mushroom motif from before, it's like a different breed. And it's like, yeah, these are people's houses. Hello.
Keep walking.
List of advice. If you're heading into the backcountry, always carry a couple of, yeah, we've learned this the hard way. Oh, that's really nice. I didn't realise I had those. So, have I got much to sell? We're down on weight by a lot, which is really good going for us. We're normally, about the 150 mark. Iron arrow, let's get 100 steel arrows. Yeah, it's going to up our weight by a bit, but I think it's worth it. So, right, quests. Where were we? I think we've got both the mages and the Thieves Guild on the go here. So yeah, let's go back to the Wolverine Hall and try and find the Mage Guild and see what they want us to do today. I'm telling you, this place is not designed for newcomers at all. I'm sure once we've been in and out of here a few times, we'll be able to find our way around, but it feels like it's taken ages to get anywhere. I bet like one of these buildings each is designated something. I say that though, but I've just come in through the Imperial Shrine and the Fighters Guild is in this building as well, so I'm not 100% sure of the logic, but there we go. It's above the Imperial Shrine. This is...
I'm listening, please, go ahead.
We stepped in on something here, guys. Are you expecting
You
me?
need something.
Is this an intervention? Welcome to Sadrith Mora. I want to know about this place. Talverny Seat. Council Mage Lord Master Nelos Wizard Tower. Visitors cannot enter the town but must stay in the gateway. A merchant in for the outsider retains and kin of the Talverny can travel freely in the town. Many outlanders live here, but most are Talverny mercenaries. Duties. Let's talk to Skink.
I see you. Hello.
Hello. Don't meet the requirements, but let's keep doing some duties. Escort the scholar Tenye Minway. Tenye Minway. There we go. Staying at Muriel's Corner Club, she is concerned about some trouble she had with Talverny last night. She wants to lead Sadrith Mora on the Elfscaring, but is afraid to go to the docks. If you escort her to Gal Zarathi's ship, I will be grateful. Yeah. Trebonius. I'm the Guildmaster, yeah. promoted to get him out of Cyrodiil. He does definitely seem incompetent so far. Try looking at Vivek.
How can I help?
We figured that out ourselves. So I'm not 100% sure
Hello. I hope you won't take too much.
who we're actually meant to be
Is there something I can do for you?
escorting.
What is it? What was it?
Tidings.
God, everyone talking to me very loud. Where is she though? Right.
All right then.
Let me have a look into this. The Corner Club. Which, 1 second. Just outside the compound for this place. Cool, I'm sure we can do that.
Tidings
well
done, Mora.
Right, I think this is going to be the place. Yep. Perfect. That's the person we need to move, but I'd like to get a room if possible, sir.
So I said, where's the money?
Oh,
in that?
Thieves Guild.
Greetings.
That tends to be, it suggests that we could do something with that.
That creature visits again. I think I have choice words.
Loot. That's a smart loot. Right, well, there's no beds here. So, let's 100% confirm that this is Thieves Guild and that wasn't just one Thieves Guild person. Big Helende. I think that's the person we were meant to speak to, wasn't it? For the Thieves Guild. Yeah, cool. At least we know where we stand with that. Hi there. Travel together. Right, before we do that, wait here for 1 second. One needs to save. Now let's travel with me. Take me to the Outgoing and Talvani docks. It's Galarethi's ship. It's one of the first to the west. I'm guessing we're anticipating there to be some form of trouble.
Let's get this over with.
So, is this just all the outsider compound and then there's going to be the Talvani compound as well? Because look, the guards have changed here, if you noticed. Changed from an Imperial guard back from where we came from to, I assume, a Talvani guard. Let's have a look. Yeah.
Leave me.
I'm not a fan of your helmet. I mean, I think it suits you, but I wouldn't choose to wear it. That music every time gets me. Right. Hello. I know what I want you to do. I want you to do some repairing for me, because I'm not sure how we're doing. So if we just get everything repaired, then we're in a decent spot. Oh god, this place is a lot bigger than I anticipated. Let's have a nose around. I wonder if it's like generally a rainy place or if we've just come on a rainy day. You get those places in, I think most of the Elder Scrolls. These look very dock-like anyway. I thought we'd lost them then. Oh,
There's no
oh.
time for talk. Go.
I wonder how long they spent making that and how impressed they were with themselves once they finished doing it. Right. Are either of these the boats from my friend? Apparently so. Thank you for taking me to the Outgoing. I was keeping these scrolls just in case something unfortunate happened. Since I arrived safely, I feel like you deserve them. Well done, Nurse. I want to know what this is. It always scares me when I see a guard running. You're never quite sure if he's like onto you for some reason. I'm not quite sure why we just clipped through that. Yeah, it's apparently an inn. This is definitely... I think I might have to do like a tourist guide when we get to the end of this Let's Play. Once I've visited everywhere, rating each town. That seems fun. I have opinions, I'm sure. I mean, I think this is number 1 so far. I was wondering when we would like, because we got probably, especially once we were like making Balmora our base and were there for about 20 episodes or something, it was starting to feel like that perhaps we were in a position where we were just going to be seeing similar sort of terrain a lot. So I'm very happy to be coming to a place like this and having that sort of a replication of that initial wave of like, oh, this location's really cool, really cool. It's unique and interesting. I wonder if there's like a lineage for this sort of world design, or if this is just a relatively unique piece. I mean, there must be, but it's not something I know, so everything's unique for if you don't know its context, isn't it? Anyway, hopefully we can get some more interesting missions rather than just a completely safe
Do you need some?
Greetings. What
what would you call
do
it?
you require?
The thing where you help someone. Yes. You have my thanks. Cool, duties. I'm looking for a very rare book, Vampires of Vardenfell. There are 2 books in this series. The first is common in Morrowind. Most rare booksellers will have a copy. The second volume is rare. If you can find a copy of volume 2, I will be grateful. You might try a rare bookseller. I mean, I'm going to check where this is, but I'm going to say it's Jabash's. We're off to Vivek, I think. I mean, we're on the money. We know our rare booksellers.
All right then, I'm listening.
I mean, it's something we've had to do like multiple times now, so let's see if I can find my way around Vivek. It's been a while. I've come all this way. I was like, okay, my magic is like a little low. I'm gonna come out away from Vivek just to like heal it up. Because we can't guarantee we're going to have a quest coming up, and I thought it might be efficient because we are lacking some of the skills to get further in the Mage's Guild. So I thought, you know, get the Magicka up, we can get the skills used for the Mage's Guild, start leveling them a bit higher, and you know, making some progression. Do you know how far I've had to walk outside of town? Resting is really illegal here. I even know which side the book's on now. We've been here that many times. It's this one. No, this one.
Hiding's done, Mora.
Hello.
Let's not make this official.
Right. Hello, my friend. How are you doing today? Have you still got my Dwarven Kahira that I left there for you? Vampires of Vardenfell? It is a rare book. The temple does not like this book and could punish poor Jabasha if they knew. I can't remember what I was just saying, got interrupted, which will be cut out. But, yeah, we'll get you a book. There we go. Done. We are done. Let's have a look. Is there anything interesting in here? It was a short one, but I can surmise. He's talking about the history of vampire and vampire hunters, and if a cure exists, and rumours of a cure. And I suppose the most interesting point in there is that one sect apparently found a cure, but is keeping it from everyone due to the fact that they believe people will go out there and infect themselves with the vampiric disease on purpose, believing that they could cure themselves afterwards. Which, I mean, that's some medieval logic right there if you ever needed some. Back to the Mage's Guild. People complimenting us in the streets, all is good. Bound to go and get teleported back to where we were coming from.
Book I've ever read.
I'm like known for just giving books to people now. Oh,
Go ahead, I'm listening.
that was a nasty noise. Right.
What exactly do you require?
Vampires of Vardenfell. Have you found the second volume? Yes, here it is. 1,000 septons for expenses. Doubled our profit on it. I mean, it's not why we're here, but I ain't going to say no to that. Next duty. You may be able to assist me. I would like to speak to one of the wise women of the Ashlanders. Perhaps you could arrange a meeting. Speak with the wise women of the Ashlanders tribe. From what I've heard, I doubt Arabinsium or the Urishlaku would agree. The Zainab might agree, but I would speak to Ahimusa first. The Ahimusa camp is in the northeast corner of Vardenfell. Take a ship to Tel Voss and go north up the coast. If you reach sea, you've gone too far. Anything else of interest here?
How can I help?
This seems like a decent quest to be going to, something of interest, so from what we know as well, is they tend to be hostile, so not that I really want to disturb natives and then attack them. Thinking about it. Let's go see what they have to say, because I think it's been something that's been hovering over the story for quite a while now and been referenced a few times, is the Ashlanders, and I want to know what sort of place they hold in all this. Because I know that I suppose if there is even different tribes as well, there could be very different beliefs amongst them. I'm just popping in here because I do want to see where our next Thieves Guild quest is going to lead us. It's Baker Land, wasn't it? You got any advancements? No. Do more jobs. We've been hired to fetch a Dispel potion recipe. We don't usually do business with the Mage's Guild, but Tusa Morel wants a recipe for a potion to dispel magic. Everyone says the best alchemist in town is Anis Seloth. You might want to start looking for a recipe there. When you find it, deliver it straight to Tusa Morel in Wolverine Hall. I mean, yeah, I'm just going to get this done straight away. Let's go and find this alchemist. I have more excuse to spend some time in Sadrith Mora, the better as well. So we went down that way last time. I'm just going to have a quick look down this sort of path to see if there's anything of interest here as well. The guards really don't like us. We're liked in the guilds, but not by the guards. Stuck out all night for a long shift. We all know he'd be there tomorrow. Oh, so it just led around this way. Because there's the big coin door. Right. We are looking for an alchemist. What a silly place for a sign. Hole in the wall. I'm not 100% sure. Like, I haven't fully internalized all the signs in this game yet, which is worrisome for where we're at. But now I'm going to have to check out this building because it's pretty. Looks like an egg in brambles. Talvani Council House. And do you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Outer Wilds, that planet with all the bramble. I was about to say that planet with all the brambles, also known as Bramble. Let's rest one hour just to get our run better. I kind of want to strike out into the island a little bit and see what we've got around here. Got these books, which we fought previously, but their resin, shalk is it, is relatively valuable. And another one over yonder. So, gameplay wise, what have I been playing? 2 games mostly. Been playing a lot of Brawlhalla. I didn't mean to eat that. Well, there we go. Which is excellent, absolutely excellent. It's really got under my skin. I've not really played much of a melee type fighting game, and so like I wasn't sure what to expect. Like last time I played, it was probably Super Smash Bros. Melee way back in the day. I remember doing 100 stock fights with my mates, and I just play Kirby, eat them, and then walk them off the edge and drop them. But the thing that I really like about it, and I think it's probably something that's quite obvious to people, and I've been trying to think of how I can get a video out of it, and I'm not sure I can at this stage because I'm only 14 hours in. I don't think I've got anything particularly unique to say this second, but it's a fact that cliff racers just like do not stop, do they? It's the fact that you don't need weird button combinations to do moves, which I know like some fighting game purists and some sects of the fighting game really like, but and I know there are other games that have tried to solve this in the more 2D space, but it really just clicks with me. I'll want to see what this is, because it's about like, it's not about pulling off the complicated moves, it's about using everything at the right moment, and that's like, I find myself like actually do moves on purpose and actually being like, oh, he's attacking high right now, so I should duck under and turn around and attack, or you know, whatever makes the most sense in that moment. Plus the combat's very fast paced, and like as with a lot of games, and as I've talked about before, like the thing that, so this is a schooner ship, one of the things that really works for me is constantly learning new things, and I'm just finding like I'll spend a day away and then I'll come back and reapply like after watching some videos and be like, oh, I can actually I see how this is performed, I see how like edge guarding is performed, and various other like things that are probably quite simple, but like it's really satisfying to be learning these things. So I was trying to work out if that was worth it. I'm not grabbing 2 magic arrows. If it was like a stack of 50 maybe. So yeah, I spend a lot of time with that. It's sort of game where I'll spend an hour here or an hour there. It's like a cooldown game. You can even just jump in and play a couple of matches and then jump back out, and that's perfectly valid, and you get a lot from it. The Pig Children. Jesus, this book is horrible. It's basically borderline racist diatribe about orcs. I'm going to take it, but only so I can dump it in the ocean. But yeah, so yeah, I'm just enjoying that sort of process of getting a bit better at a game. What else have I been playing? Oh yeah, Prey. I mean, Prey's like going to be big for videos coming up. That's my next one in that series that I'm doing of like... I think that's what the music was caused by. Of like thoughtful, in-depth, discussion-y type things. But like I always had an idea of what was going to make that game special, but I'm actually starting to see it now. I'm sort of like 12 to 15 hours in, somewhere around that mark, and like some of the questions about consciousness and what makes us up as a person that's like underpinning a lot of the story is really interesting. And actually, like I was thinking, compared to Dishonored, I think Dishonored is a story that works, but it's not the most engaging part of that game. The world is more interesting than the story and like the superfluous bits, whereas like Prey is actually really succeeding in making the superfluous bits pretty decent, but the actual world like completely excellent also. I should be using magic, shouldn't I, after all these conversations? It's definitely a strong boy, this one, but we can kite him and get our destruction up while we're here. Yeah, it's weird actually with Prey. I think the abilities are, on the surface, some of the most interesting ones that Arcane have done. But when it actually comes around to playing it, so far in implementation, I'm not finding them probably as good as Dishonored. But the game asks you to use them less. And I find actually the more mundane upgrades to be the route I'm taking a lot more so. We're coming across some dangerous stuff here, definitely. Wonder what it's like for this village to live so close to the Daedra. Let's go and explore. It's been a while since we've done some fighting, so let's just get completely sidetracked and go and have a nose around. I think it seems like Prey is probably a very special game actually. There's a lot going on in it, and so far I'd recommend it to anyone. Just know it's like a lot more in the horror camp than any of their previous games, even though like some of Dishonored has a foot in that. It's not nowhere near the stuff that you get in Prey. We should meditate and rest on what we've learned. Right, that's us on magic. Let's switch to a sword. Are we doing any damage whatsoever? Okay, yeah, we are plonking away, so we seem to have locked him into an animation of sorts. What have you got for us? Heart, yes. It's illegal to rest there, but I'm sure if we step like in this direction about 3 paces, we rested there like literally 2 minutes ago. Yeah. Oh yeah, we leveled up. Right, let me sort this. That's our level ups for today. I'm starting to plink some away into strength. We've finished off agility, and intelligence and willpower are fairly close to the end. But I'm going to plink some away in strength because it affects our melee damage according to the thing, but also affects our carry. And that's something we've had a lot of issues with up to this point. This is cool. I like this. That's the other thing with playing Prey is right in the middle of my playthrough they announced is it Deathloop, which is their new game, and I could not be more excited. Like watching the trailer for it, it seems like it's got like all of the fun ability interactions that are probably more present in Dishonored than they are in Prey, along with some of the cool weapon stuff from Prey, but they've grounded it all in a narrative apparently that makes a lot of sense for replayability, and also makes sense for doing away some of their moral and ethical questions that they like to bring up. Which, like, this is just all of the things I wanted from that company. It appears to be anyway. I could be missing something here. So it's just exciting times all around. Oh, I did not mean to fall there. We might have to switch to the dagger a little sooner, but we might be able to do some backpedaling and then get some of this destruction up. Yeah, I've been thinking because, like, after Prey, I think the next one's going to be Death of the Outside, which I've played that game before and it would be fun to play it again. I'm not opposed to that. But after that point, it's like, what game do we go to next? Because they haven't got any more, like, super modern stuff. And I think like the obvious answer is probably Might and Magic. Might and Magic? Oh god, I can't remember the name of it now. Oh, what's the arcane game with the sword, the kick motion? The really good kick animation. I played it before and actually, like, it never held up as well for me as it does for other people. But I can see why it's enjoyable. And perhaps I haven't played enough of it to like really get around to mixing all the abilities and stuff together in fun and interesting ways. Where's the entrance to this dungeon? Do they have one? We've been up here, haven't we? So yeah, perhaps that's like the next obvious choice. But they've got Arx Fatalis as well, which is one of their older ones. So I'd be interested to see like where they came from, and getting a bit of perspective on that. Other than that, like I'm not opposed to moving on to something new. I think I want to do Death of the Outsider first before anything else because that ties that all up neatly. But after that, is it like the one that I can't get out of my head, and like no promises, this is all just wild speculation even for me, I don't know. The one that I can't get out of my head is Hitman. The newer Hitman games, especially Hitman 3 has been recently announced also. Just because I think the theme that I'm sort of sticking with on those videos is sort of the Clockwork Worlds thesis. You know, the immersive sims, but with like focusing mostly on mechanical stuff and maybe some of the story stuff that leads on from that. So like the Hitman games are probably some of my favourites in that. We've got the Deus Exes. We can go old with it and like dive back into some gaming history. There's like, I've always wanted to do a video series, like it knocking around in my head, talking about just immersive sims. And part of me is wondering whether I just change that Thoughts on Games YouTube playlist into specifically immersive sims, but I don't think I want to limit myself at this stage. So, excited to do that thinking out loud. Thank you for listening. Are you wanting to attack me? Oh no, it's you. Once we kill this rat, I think that's going to be everything for today because we are about to hit time. Not that I want to spend some more time with you guys, but you know, I've limited myself to a hard regulated 30 minutes and we can't do any longer. It's completely stipulated in my contract that I made with myself, so to break that will be breaking trust with myself. I don't know where this town is, and I need to stop waffling. Right, seriously, thank you for watching. It's been really appreciated. There we go, that's the word. Yeah, if you can like the video, if you do like it, drop a comment and I will be able to respond to it because there's not a load at the moment, so anything that comes through is always appreciated. And if you could subscribe if you're interested, you're going to be more Morrowind Let's Plays, eventually some other Elder Scrolls games, eventually some other Bethesda games, along with a weekly, more in-depth sort of thoughts on games section where we do a deeper dive. So if that's of interest, subscribe and you can catch all those videos. It's also helpful to me. Right, that looks like a next session problem. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.